Hello, replay viewers. Thank you for your hearts and your shares. This is off the life coach evangelist Shakisha Edness coming to share a live scope with you. Thank you for joining all 518. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your comments and your shares. Thank you, Tierra Destiny, for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. 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 Thank you for your hearts and your shares. I wanted to come by tonight and I wanted to share. Hey, TT. I wanted to share a message that I actually shared on Facebook today. But today I was more so, I don't know, I think the anointing just hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, for real, like God just truly used me, and I'm grateful. Thank you for joining, Slap Happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But because I do have that preaching in me. I also have that teaching in me, and I wanted to come by today. Y'all been on fire. Thank you. I wanted to come by today to just teach a little bit. So let me turn this around. I hope you guys can hear me. Teach a little bit. Let me turn this light on real quick. I thought I could do this. I think that'll be better. And so the title of my message tonight is, especially since the breakthrough scope we share, Amen. 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 Actually, to be honest with you, since you had that fall, when you said about that fall, that thing just really did something to me, Tierra. So thank you so much. Those 3 songs were what got me through. My God. Are you serious? Are you serious? I didn't know. OMG. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry when I was alone. Oh, my God. That's what God gave me. That's what he gave me. Oh, sweet Jesus. See, she's starting, y'all. She trying to pull on the anointing again, boy. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. I don't want to lose you all. So I'm going to go into this message, this teaching. You can miss what you've never had. Now I'm going to turn this around real quick just to be able to welcome you even. Hello. My name is Shakisha Edness, author. I'm an author, evangelist, life coach, teacher, whatever you want to call it. I'm a sister, I'm a mother, I'm a friend, but I'm a woman who cares. And I just allow God to use me however he chooses. But on tonight, I want to speak about you can miss what you've never had. You can miss what you've never had. For so long, we have been told you can't miss what you've never had. I plead to differ. You can't miss what you've never had. You can't miss what you never had. I could go down the lane with your father if your father wasn't in the picture. Well, he wasn't here all this time. I can't miss what I haven't had. Or if if it's something, whatever it is, money, you can't miss what you never had. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm going to explain myself real briefly. I'm not going to even share the same story that I shared earlier on Facebook Live, which was very powerful. But I want to leave you with some things. I want to leave you with some things, and I want to give you something to think about, okay? Because earlier I was just so moved by the Spirit that I wasn't able to leave 4 points that I wanted to make. My first point I want to make is identify with what you've never had. You must identify with what you've never had. What is that thing that you so desire that you never had? So because this is a platform that I see a lot of teaching, I see some preaching on it, but I would say my consultant, my business consultant, Tierra Destiny, if you're not following her, please do, because she teaches very well. And she don't just give nuggets, she give the full deal, the full meal. So that's what I wanted to do on tonight. Identify with what you've never had. How do you identify with what you've never had, Shakisha? You know what? I'm sorry, I had to get my charger before this phone cut off on me. But you know what I was thinking about? When you desire to be more, or when you desire to have a business, when you desire a marriage, when you desire to have children. Come on, somebody. If you've never had that, what makes you think that you can't miss out on something you've never had? If you couldn't miss out on something, why would you desire it? Why would you want it? Why would you be empty of it? It's something in you that desires it, because it's something that you're missing. And as I shared earlier about my father wasn't there. I know a lot of people, talk about absent parents and absent parents. And sometimes it's usually the father. But my father wasn't there. I knew who he was. I know I'm his only child. I know he loved me dearly. And it was times that, I celebrated my mother on Father's Day. I even grown older to celebrate other women on Father's Day, until God began to speak to me and tell me I could never be a father to my children. And my mother could never father me. She can only be a mother to me. If you could please share, I think this would be a blessing to others. You could share with your followers, and you could share. If you also can show me some love, I would greatly appreciate it. I have a goal that I'm trying to hit, but I already met my goal. But for the main part, the most part, I really do want to be a voice unto your ears that will bring some type of different perspective, that would begin to make some different changes in your life. Because a lot of times we're looking for change, but we're not ready to be the change that we want and so desire. So let me pull back to what I was saying. Identify with what you've never had. Me not having my father, it was a void there. It was an emptiness there that I wasn't aware of. Whew. And because I kept saying that very thing, I can't miss what I never had, I kept missing out on it. But I would see other people with their fathers. This is how you're going to identify. When I see other people with their fathers and I have a god sister. Her and her father had the best relationship, and she grew up in a home with both parents. And when I tell you, it wasn't a jealousy, but it was something in me that said, man, I wish my daddy would hug me like that. I wish my daddy would see about me like that. My stepdad did a good job, but my daddy, my father, he was missing. And until he sought after me, and he found me when I was 38 years old. Guess what? When I got into his presence, not physically, but just on the phone, when I would talk to my dad, and we will share with one another our experiences. My father was homeless. My father was a heroin drug user, and he would share his experiences with me, and I began to share my experiences with him. Do you know what? We began to share our likes and dislikes. We began to find out so many things that we had in common. I hope I'm not losing you. So I was able to identify with the thing that I felt like I missed, because I seen other people with it. My Jesus. Did you hear what I just said? I was able to identify with the very thing that I didn't have. My God. Because I seen somebody else with it. That's deep. I identify with what you never had. When you see someone else with it, quit allowing people to say, she jealous of me. I might just... jealousy, if I'm not mistaken, I hope I say this right, to be envious is to want my Jesus, to want what they have, I think. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. To want something like them. Like if you have a Dooney Burke purse, and I see it and I desire to have one like it, that's envious. To be jealous is to want it. I don't want one like it. I want yours. I hope you with me. I want yours. But it's okay for you to want one like it. When they made one, they made many. Do you hear what I'm saying? When you see people doing the thing that you want to do, it's okay for you to desire to do it. It's room for you to do it. I say, I have people that have jealous spirits and that they come in contact with me, and I see how God can reveal their spirit to me. And I be like, why are they jealous when they can have the same thing or they can do the same thing? It's too many people in the world for you to reach to get mad at the few that I'm ordained or connected with. It's so many people out here that needs you. I hope that bless somebody. But the number 2 is acknowledge how rewarding it would be to get it. Can you think about that thing that you so desire? You desire it so much. Thank you for joining the King's Daughter 1026. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. If you can acknowledge how it would feel, how rewarding it would be to get it, my God, that's the blessing. That's a blessing. To be able to just think about, if I got it, how rewarding would it be? When I came into the presence of my Father and he and I began to really talk to one another, guess what? I realized this is the very thing that I wanted. It's so rewarding to me. It's so rewarding. But before you get the reward, can you acknowledge how rewarding it would be to get it? You have to be able to know that. The third thing is challenge yourself to open up to receive it. See, a lot of things we don't have it because we're not able to open up to receive it. So even when it comes, we can't identify with it. We have this brick wall that's so huge, so high, so hard, you can't receive it. They're knocking at the door trying to give it to you, but you won't open up. So challenge yourself to open up to receive it. To receive it. And the next thing is embrace it when it shows up. After you have identified with what you never had and acknowledge how rewarding it would be to get it, challenge yourself to open up to receive it. And then the very last thing is embrace it when it shows up. You can miss what you've never had, because if you never had it, you really don't know what it is. You don't know how rewarding it is. You don't know the blessing that's connected to it. My God, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. But if you can really, really think about it and honestly think about it and say, you know what, she got a point. You can miss what you never had. Thank you so much for tuning in to Shakisha's Edness Periscope. It has been a pleasure to be here with you. May God continue to bless you and keep you all the days of your life. And until we meet again, stay blessed. Goodbye. You can miss what you never had. Good night.